You are not failing, you're restructuring. Greetings and blessings, my butterflies. Welcome back. This is going to be a money mindset reading for my fire signs. This is going to be for Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Welcome in, my butterfly collective. In this reading, I want us always to be on the same page, my butterflies. I want us to have the understanding that any type of expansion in career or money is really going to involve you being in the appropriate mindset to shift or change, to bring in energies that may be beneficial to you. So if you want to transmute these energies, it starts with having the right mindset first, my butterflies. Because money isn't just physical, it's energetic. It's where, we spend our time. It's what we pay attention to. It's why or how we're investing our energy. It's all energetic currency. All of that is energetic currency, my butterflies. So, jumping right into your reading, getting it out the way. These energies may or may not resonate with you. If you don't resonate with them, leave them here. If you do, it resonated in any way, please leave me a like, a comment, or share or subscribe to the channel to get messages in the future, my butterflies. My fire signs, in the current position for you, we have the energy of the Hierophant. So, your energy, it already feels like you're going to step into a very different relationship, a very different commitment. Because Hierophant energy is like commitment type of energy. So, what's going to be shifting for you is around energies, your relationship with money, your relationship with security, self-worth. It could possibly even be visibility too, because higher energy is like that higher up energy, the God type of energy is how I see the energy of the Hierophant. So the energy around your current mindset, my butterflies, feels like that you're realizing that survival mode and confidence are not the same thing. Thank you, Spirit. Some of you are recognizing that those places where you may have had fear or instability. This could be about impulsive choices, and this could be emotional exhaustion too. But you're examining that energy, and you may be realizing that that could be affecting your relationship with money. But with this being the Hierophant energy, does not feel like defeat. It feels like awareness. Like there's a realization that you're having, like you for the long term, you realize that you cannot build from a place of panic. You can't constantly keep pouring from an empty cup, and you can't keep treating your gifts, this Hierophant energy. You can't keep treating your gifts, your spiritual gifts. You can't keep treating them like they're temporary, because a lot of you, my fire signs, at this time you're being pushed, to take yourself more seriously financially. Because what's shifting or changing for you is this Page of Pentacles energy. This is all about learning new skills, taking practical steps. This is about planting financial seeds. This could be about you learning how to budget your money in a different way, or starting to budget your money even. The Page of Pentacles energy is about studying something new, creating stability, or finally allowing yourself to build something slowly without shame. Because the page energy is innocent, it's naive, it's not thinking about all of the the outside noise, or it would what um what everybody else has going on, because it's an energy that wants to grow, that wants to see the potential. So it's an energy that isn't doesn't see blockages. It's innocent. And so this energy, with this Page of Pentacles, is being clarified by the card of safe space. So this right here is telling me that you're seeing the importance in it with this Page of Pentacles. You start seeing the benefits in having safe space, because you may create better when you feel emotionally secure instead of feeling pressured. That may be when you create your best work. So for some of you, my fire signs, you may have to try to grow something in private, where you don't have a lot of distractions. This is about you understanding that your creativity operates best when you're not operating from a place of panic or a place of constant stress. Or this could be saying that your abundance increases when your nervous system finally feels safe enough to receive consistently. Because like I said, this page energy is young, it's innocent, so it may be looking for stability, it may be looking for safety. The spirit is saying that you create better in those places that do make you feel safe, in those places that do make you feel like you have a sense of belonging and that you're at home. Those places where you can be young and naive and just that fool energy, stepping out on faith type thing. This higher thing. But this also could be about you protecting some type of new ideas before exposing them too early. This could be about that too. Because the Page of Pentacles energy is a new idea, a new, something new that you're offering. So this safe space could be about you protecting it, you keeping it safe. In any position of where those blind spots are, my butterfly fire signs, we have the energy of the Judgment. So with this Judgment energy, it feels like a major awakening is happening. And it feels like it's around accountability, around what you can offer, about what you're giving. Thank you, Spirit. About what you're giving. It feels like it's around that area. So this energy could be about, self-evaluation. This could be about you honoring a higher calling. So you might be blinded to a higher calling that you're being guided towards. And you are not paying attention to that. That's a blind spot for you. Or that's a hidden blockage that you're not paying attention to. Because the blind spot may be, this when they're talking about blind spot, this could be you judging yourself too harshly with this Judgment energy. For things that you did in the past, when it came to finances, when it came to your money, you could be judging yourself too harshly on it. You may be in an energy where you're feeling behind in life, thinking that you should be in a different place or more evolved, and actually ignoring just how evolved you actually are for your own particular path. But you may be comparing your path to someone else with this Judgment energy. You may be judging your path against someone else or something else, or society's, standards of what your path should look like. And you're doing that so excessively that you're not able to see the areas where you have evolved, personally, for yourself and your own individual path. You may not be realizing that you're being called into something completely different when it comes to your, how you identify in your career, how you go about getting money, You may be being called to something completely different. Because you may be looking at versions of yourself. I just the horn. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. You may be looking at like old versions of yourself. While Spirit may be trying to introduce you to, new info. Maybe trying to give you a new offer. And you may be stuck, keeping holding on and, keeping something else safe that, Spirit is trying to move you past. Something that you're committed to. Excuse me. There may be something else that you're committed to, my fire signs, that you may be trying to hold sacred, maybe trying to hold safe. And Spirit is trying to move you past that place, that energy. But to clarify this judgment energy, we have the blocked and blessed card that says, you're starving while calling it fine dining. This card says, stop romanticizing crumbs. The energies here associated with this card is self worth, scarcity, and denial. So I just feel like, there is an energy of, because, with the judgment energy, there's always the energy of resurrection. So something that you may have thought was over, it could be a dream, a business idea, a talent, a career direction or something like that. You may be thinking, this could even be your confidence. You may be thinking that has, died off. You may be feeling like, there has been a failure. There has been something that you failed in. When in fact, with this judgment energy, that may be, returning stronger for you. That may be being resurrected. And that's what you are not seeing with this blind spot. That's what you're not seeing at this time. That your confidence may be, getting stronger, building up through this shift. That you may be finding a new talent, discovering a new talent of yours, redirecting yourself. And I find, and as I'm saying that, I'm looking down here and I see that in the position for Spirit's advice, we have the energy of transformation. This card says, I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strength. Life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open to the wings of life. See, right after judgment, there's a transformation here. That's what Spirit's advice is to you. Spirit is saying to stop measuring yourself only by where you currently are. Allow yourself to transform. Allow transformation to happen. Because like I said, this feels like a refinement period for you. So this is about releasing outdated beliefs. This is energies where your decisions, what you're committed to, shifts. Where your boundaries shift. And eventually your finances shift too, because as within, so outwardly. So my butterflies, with this transformation energy, Spirit is asking you to allow, what you were committed to, allow shifts to happen in it. Allow yourself to transform into something totally different. And not to be afraid of that, fearful of any of that. You're on path with this. It's a part of your resurrection. It's a part of your energy of of tradition. The energy of you being a part of a greater society. All that it is a part of it. The evolution that you're doing on the inside, where you're shifting and you're learning how to be creative again. Start from the page position. All of that is part of the transformation, my butterflies. And in the potential outline energy, the potential outcome energy, we have the energy of mask. This energy says secret stash, save pennies, finding money, theft. The careers associated with this card is acting, assistant, hidden potential, and unknown. Because now this mask energy, you know, I'm hearing it in two different ways, and I guess because things could look one way when you have a mask on, and it can look a totally different way once you take it off. So maybe that's why I'm hearing it in two different ways. So it just all just depends on how your discernment leads you. Where you feel more connected with this energy. Whether you feel connected with it in the way that you feel aligned with it already, or whether it's in a way where you are starting to see shadows, of yourself, feeling fears and insecurities. Those are shadows, my butterflies. So on one side of it, with this mask energy, we can see this as, hidden opportunities. This could be about, like I said, those secret talents, becoming profitable, or you recognizing what they are. This could be about, building wealth, quietly. You could be preparing for your next step for the transformation. You could be preparing for that privately. Not letting everybody know what is going on with this resurrection energy, resurrection and transformation. It just is there. You are growing. You are becoming something else. That is very very prominent here. I'm sure about that's what's happening with you because you're working behind the scene. This is what this is telling me. You're working behind the scene to reveal something greater, something more traditional. It doesn't have to be, traditional in the sense for everyone else. What I mean by traditional is more authentically you. It's traditional to you. It's what your soul craves, what your soul thrives to put out here in the world, to share with the world. Now, on the flip side of this mass energy, this energy could be cautioning you, my butterflies, about hiding financial stress, hiding the fact that you are financially stressed about something that you may have committed yourself to, a tradition of society. This could be school, this could be work, this could be contracts. But there's something where on the flip side, it could be talking about you hiding that there's stress that comes from that. Could be about you pretending that everything is okay when they're not. With this mask, you could be fearing truly being seen. When you take the mask off, that's the true you. You could be fearing that. On the shadow side energy, or this could just be about you operating from a place of survival mode secretly. You know, well, whichever way it falls for you, use your discernment, my butterflies, because the aligned outcome energy is really, um, when you boil down to it, it's saying that your hidden potential, that energy can become an asset. Because I'm seeing, hidden potential, unknown, but this is about, finding money and secret stash and, things growing. It can become an asset to you, my fire signs, once you stop using this mask for protection and start using your discernment more strategically. Because this is naive energy right next to the Hierophant. This could be what you are presenting to the world. You're maybe presenting the energy of being structured. You know, you may be presenting the energy where you're under certain rules, or you follow certain rules. You're committed to certain traditions when it comes to the way that you're learning. When it comes to the way that you're giving you messages, confirmations, because that's the Page of Pentacles energy. It's confirmation. It's messages. It's a commitment. Both of these cards are about commitment. The page has stepped into the place of I want to with this present. I want to commit to this. I want to see benefits in this. I want to gain profit from this. So my fire signs, But this energy feel, it doesn't feel so much like deception though. Because like I said, there's this energy of transformation, there's the energy of resurrection here. So it does not feel just, it's not, the grand scheme of it isn't about the deception. And that may be what you're focused on. Thank you, Spirit. That may be what you're focused on. And that energy needs to shift. Because it's less about that. It's it feels more about you honoring honoring the that urge, that voice, that whisper that it's time to keep something private. It's more about that, is what I'm hearing. Because this safe space, this secret stash, you know, like I said, that Hierophant energy, it's just giving, it's giving sacred. Along with the judgment, all of it's given sacred. So you just need to maybe, if this reading resonates with you, this feels more about you honoring what's sacred to you and not feeling the need to explain anything to anyone. I hope these messages gave you some information that you can use to make the best possible decisions for yourself, my fire signs. I appreciate you always for being here. As always, it's an honor and a privilege. I truly appreciate you because my healing is your healing and your healing is mine. So let's transform together. Welcome to your metamorphosis, butterflies. And until next time, you all have a blessed, loved, and safe rest of your day.